Hello and welcome to yoga for neck and shoulders. Today we're going to be doing some poses to relieve any pain in the neck and shoulder area and work to strengthen the back muscles to keep everything in alignment and feeling good. So we'll start in a standing position at the front of our mats. I'll come to the side of my mat to demonstrate, and we'll bring our hands to heart center in a prayer position, Anjali Mudra. Starting to rub our hands together, building some heat in the hands. When we have that heat built up, we'll press our hands on our heart, one over the other, and start closing our eyes to come inward. Feeling that heat in the hands. Visualize a warm glow emanating through the heart space. That warm glow in your heart starts moving through your body, up towards your head and down all the way into your toes. Feeling that warm glow, that warm heat fill the body. And at this time, I invite you to set an intention for your practice today. Maybe that's something you'd like to work on in this practice, or something you'd like to carry with you throughout this entire day. Feeling that intention resonate through your body. Start floating your eyes back to open and hands drop down towards the sides. On the inhale, lift the arms up in the air, and on the exhale, interlace the fingers and bring them behind your head to support about at the nape of your neck, letting your head rest back into your intertwined fingers. Here, inhale, feeling length through the crown of the head. And on the exhale, gently press back the head into the hands, feeling that support in the lengthening through the back of the neck. Inhale. And exhale, slowly start bringing that right elbow down towards the right side, taking a side bend, keeping an engagement through the core. And on the inhale, strong core lifts you back up through center. Exhale, start bringing the left elbow down towards the left side, keeping that head gently pressed back into the hands, finding that length through the back of the neck. On the inhale, come back through center. And exhale, lower down the right elbow, keeping that core hugged in, keeping the ribs hugged in. Keep that head pressing back into the hands. On your inhale, rise back through center. And exhale, start bringing that left elbow down towards the left side. Keeping the head pressed back, the torso pressed back, finding a broadness through the collarbones. Inhale, come back through center. And exhale, release the arms and start taking shoulder rolls forward, one shoulder at a time. Waking up the upper back and the shoulder joints. And start moving the shoulders backwards, reversing directions. The shoulder joint being a ball and socket joint. We're trying to warm all of that ball and socket joint up, finding the lubrication and the looseness through the joint as we move the shoulder in all of its many directions. As we come back through center, lift the shoulders up towards the ears and down the back away from the ears. 2 more times, up towards the ears, shrugging the shoulders, and down away from the ears. Inhale, shrug the shoulders. And on the exhale, release the shoulders down, keep them there. And start taking gentle neck circles, one direction. Taking as big or as small as circles as feels good. And reversing directions. On the inhale, the head comes back through center. And on the exhale, bring the fingertips up onto the tops of the shoulders. Inhale, find a broadness through the collarbones. And on the exhale, round through the upper back, bringing the elbows to kiss in front of you. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't touch. Wherever you're at today is perfectly fine. Inhale, spread the elbows apart. And exhale, bring the elbows to touch, rounding through the upper back, the thoracic spine. Inhale, bring the elbows out wide. And exhale, kiss the elbows. One more time. Inhale, elbows wide. Exhale, kiss the elbows. Inhale, elbows wide. And on the exhale, interlace the fingers underneath the chin and spread the elbows out wide, drawing the shoulders down and away from the ears. Finding a broadness through the collarbones. Inhale, take a slight back bend in the upper back as you send the hips forward. And exhale, bring everything back into alignment, let the elbows rest. On the inhale, spread the elbows, let the heart pull through the shoulders. Shoulders are down away from the ears and hips are pushing forward. And on the exhale, bring the elbows down. One more time. Inhale, spread the elbows, chin lifts slightly. And exhale, bring the elbows down, bring the arms down. And shake it out, ragdolling the arms and bending into the knees. Just letting that go. On the inhale, come to the front of your mat and plant your feet hip distance and parallel. On your next inhale, lift the arms up towards the ears, biceps are by the ears here. And exhale, drop the shoulders down and away from the ears. Inhale, get long through the spine. And exhale, start bending into the knees. Sit the hips back for chair pose, Utkatasana. Finding a slight tuck in the tailbone to protect the low back. Gaze is out in front of you. And exhale, forward fold. Bring the head towards the ground, bending generously into the knees. Gently shake the head yes. Letting go of any tension in the shoulders, neck, or jaw. And shake the head no. But always landing on a positive yes. Grabbing for opposite elbows. Let the head hang long. Maybe moving the elbows side to side. And as the movement comes back through stillness in the center, release the grab on the elbows. Let the fingertips fall down towards the ground. Maybe they don't meet the ground, and that's okay. wherever you are is perfect today. Just start taking some figure eights, drawing figure eights with your fingertips on the ground in front of you. Now, if figure eight doesn't resonate with you today, just drawing some circles or different shapes on the ground, moving your finger in them whatever way feels good on the neck and shoulders, letting the head hang long here. And reversing the direction of your drawing the figure eights, keeping that slight bend in the knees. If you're feeling any tightness in the hamstrings, just bend more generously into the knees. And come back through center stillness. On the inhale, hands come to the shins, flat back, half lift. Finding one long line of energy from your tailbone through the crown of your head. And on the exhale, plant the hands on the mat. Step your left toes back and your right toes back, coming into high plank. Feeling that engagement in the core and really pressing the mat away from you to find space between the shoulder blades. Inhale. And exhale, lower down to the knees, untuck the toes, and slowly bring your chest all the way down to the mat. Head or chin can rest on the mat here. Hands firm in by your mid-ribs, planting on the ground, and the elbows firm into your midline. Tops of the toes are pressed into the mat. On our inhale, we'll lift the chest up off the mat, drawing the shoulders down and away from the ears, low cobra. Feeling your shoulder blades drawing together. And exhale, release your left cheek down to the mat. Take a few good breaths. On your inhale, start moving your neck back through neutral. Neck is long. Exhale. And inhale, lift the chest up and off the mat. Elbows draw in towards your sides and shoulders draw down the back away from the ears to find a broadness through the heart space. On your exhale, release the right cheek down to the mat. On the inhale, head comes back through neutral. And exhale, pressing the hands into the mat. Come through a tabletop position with the knees under the hips and wrists under the shoulders. Tops of the toes are on the mat. On the inhale, draw the right fingertips up towards the sky, taking a spinal twist. Option 2, look out in front of you or up at those right fingertips. Drawing that right shoulder back, away from the ear. On the exhale, plant the right hand, and inhale, lift the left fingertips up towards the ceiling, gazing out in front of you or up at those left fingertips. Feeling length through the neck. On the exhale, plant the hands, bring big toes to touch and knees out long. Sitting your hips back for child's pose, letting your arms walk out long in front of you and forehead comes to rest on the mat. If there's any pressure on the shoulders here, maybe spread the palms a little bit further away from one another. And on the inhale, start walking the fingertips over towards the right side of the mat. finding a side body stretch. On your inhale, walk the fingertips back through center. And exhale, walk them over towards the left side of the mat. Breathing deeply. On the inhale, start walking the fingertips back through center. And exhale, walk the palms under your shoulders and press back up through tabletop. Bring your hands out about 2 palm prints in front of where they would be for tabletop and lower all the way down to the belly. Tops of the toes are firming into the mat here, and bring the hands out alongside you. Palms are face down on the mat. Chin or forehead rests on the mat here. On our inhale, we'll lift the palms up off the mat 1 or 2 inches, drawing the shoulders down the back away from the ears. Exhale, release the palms back down to the mat. Strengthening and building the shoulder muscles here, we'll inhale, draw the palms up and off the mat about 2 inches, drawing the shoulders down the back away from the ears. On your exhale, release the palms down to the mat. One more time. On the inhale, lift the palms up and off the mat 2 inches. Feeling your fingertips draw down towards the heels. And exhale, release the palms down to the mat. On our inhale, we'll take our locust pose, our Shalabhasana, drawing the palms up and off the mat 2 inches, drawing the feet and our knees up and off the mat, drawing our heart up and off the mat and our head off the mat for our full locust pose, Shalabhasana, drawing those shoulders back, feeling the fingertips reaching back towards the heels. Inhale and exhale, release the left cheek down to the mat. On our inhale, head comes back through neutral. Exhale. And on our inhale, we'll lift the chest, lift the hands, lift the feet. Full locust pose. Feeling the line of energy from the fingertips back towards the ankles. And exhale, release the right cheek down to the mat. Let it go. On our inhale, move the neck back through neutral. Exhale, press into the hands to come into tabletop pose. And then sit the hips to one side, swinging the legs around to face out long towards the front of the mat. The feet are flexed here, and we'll find a slight bend in the knees. On the inhale, bring the right knee in towards the chest, right foot plants. Exhale. On the inhale, sit up long, one long line of energy through the spine. And on the exhale, bring the left arm around the right knee to draw it in towards your chest as you take a spinal twist towards the right. Inhale, find length through the spine. And exhale, work your gaze back over that right shoulder. On the inhale, start unwinding the spine back through center. Exhale, release the right foot out long on the mat. And inhale, the left knee in towards your chest, planting that left foot firmly on the mat. Inhale, find length through the spine. And exhale, bring the right arm around the outside of the left knee, drawing that left knee into the chest as you twist. Inhale to find length, and exhale to twist, working your gaze out over that left shoulder. Inhale, slowly unwind the spine back through center. Exhale, release the left toes down. And inhale, arms lift up and overhead. Finding a slight bend in the knees. We'll inhale to get long through the spine, flat back. And exhale, with that flat back, start bending over those legs, finding a seated forward fold. Reaching for the calves, the ankles, or the outer edges of the feet. Keep as deep of a bend in the knees as feels good on the hamstrings. And release the head towards the legs without rounding through the spine. On the inhale, gaze up. Start walking your hands towards your hips and cross the legs to come back into your seated position. Bring the hands to heart center and let the eyes fall closed. Start coming back to the intention you set at the beginning of class. Thanking yourself for showing up on your mat today, for doing what your mind and body felt like it needed to do. And I'll leave you with our final quote for today, our mantra, which is dare to be. Thank you for joining class today. The light in me reflects the light in you. Namaste.